Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And our topic for you today, it's common marketing mistakes in your gym. Common marketing mistakes in your gym. And number one on our list is, poor research. Understanding our customer. We don't always understand our customer. And I recall talking to a club one time, this always makes me think about it when we get this topic, is they were looking for a broader audience. They were looking to go after a deconditioned audience. And okay, fine, a lot of that out there, right? And so fine, that's what they're going to do. And I'm looking at some of their digital marketing, and what do they have? They got the giant tractor tire. They got this real buff female and real buff guy. They got the big sledgehammer and they're hitting it. I'm thinking, that's not going to attract your deconditioned audience. Okay, so make sure you do your research. Make sure you know who you're going after with your marketing. Okay, and that, to me, that's a pretty crazy example that I just gave. Hopefully it's not quite that bad, but make sure we know who we're going after, what we're trying to do. Do some research on this, and your customer. What other things do your customers do? You could do some surveys with SurveyMonkey and through your email database. Where do your customers shop? What do they do? What do they buy? Do some research and see what you can tie into that. Number two, it's too broad a targeting. Okay, one of the big mistakes in marketing is we try to be all things to everybody, and that's never gonna narrow it down for you to what you want to do. So don't be so broad. Decide who you're going after, and let's target those customers. Number three, it's lack of a unique selling position. This one, we could do a top 10 list, and this could be all 10 of them. Lack of a unique selling position. What are you doing in your market that's so different than everybody else? I mean, this is really what eliminates all your competition. What are you doing that's so different than everybody else? What is it? What is your point of differentiation? Define that. Know what it is. Okay, if you're not sure, ask your customers. They might have some nice insight. Hey, what made you join our facility? What do we do different than anybody else that you've looked at? Okay, sometimes it might surprise you, and in many cases it might be really simple. Okay, but make sure that you've got a unique selling position. Know what it is. Okay, number four on marketing mistakes is failure to earn repeat customers. Here's what I mean. Is we just don't want to sell a membership and that's it. Okay, we want to sell personal training, we want to sell retail, we want to sell nutrition. And what we know from data is that 20% of our customers will pay more if we simply ask. I mean, I could line two clubs up side by side. Each of them are doing 100 sales a month. One's doing well, one is struggling. The one that's doing well is they're doing a second sale where 20% of their customers are buying personal training. They're introducing retail. 20% of their customers are buying retail. So now all of a sudden they're maximizing the revenue per customer, whereas the club that's struggling, they're simply getting the dues line. The other thing I would talk about and really understanding the power in earning repeat customers is the lifetime value of your customer. Okay, and that is, hey, a person joins, they may bring in a spouse, they may bring in another friend, they may buy some training, they may do some special events, they're going to buy some retail. I mean, that could be a rather large amount of money that really defines the lifetime value of that customer for you. So when it comes to marketing mistakes, that failure to earn repeat customers, making sure that our customers are coming in and they're buying more, and this feeds into other things too that are going to be very positive for your business. Number five, unwilling to invest. Okay, we're talking about marketing mistakes, right? Unwilling to invest. I remember a client a few years ago, we were talking, and I think I'd given the example that, hey, if you're a brand new club, you're just getting started, maybe we're looking at about 12% that we should spend on marketing. It's been around a little bit, maybe 10%, maybe you can go down to 8%. Okay, but you have to spend. People have to know who you are. And we got on a call for a conference call, and he goes, Jim, I was reading some of this information you were suggesting on marketing. You're really going to have to convince me that that's worthwhile. Okay? And we have to be willing to invest in this, because when you invest in marketing, yeah, the things that we think of usually is we get the door to swing, the phone to ring kind of thing. That's what most people think of, and which is true. But also, this is a great way to communicate to all your existing members and stay in front of all your existing members. Because what happens if you don't? Your existing members are seeing marketing from other clubs, and that's why you start to lose them. This is a great way to show support, for your staff, for a job well done. Hey, we're not going to leave you hung out to dry. We're going to support what you're doing. We're going to help you do this. We're willing to invest in this ourselves. This is a great way to keep competition, back on their heels, okay? And so there's a lot of reasons to do it, but don't be unwilling to invest in it, whether it's your time or money. Now, there's a lot of things that we can do that don't have to cost a lot of money, okay? But it will cost time, will cost effort, discipline, commitment, things of that nature, okay? But be willing to invest in it, okay? Number 6, common mistakes, not tracking performance. I see this one a lot. Do you know how many phone inquiries did you have yesterday? What were the sources? Were they set? Did they show up? What's our closing percentage? Okay. What's our cost per call? What's our cost per show? What's our cost per sale? Same thing on your guest register. Do we know all of our sources? Are we tracking performance? Are we running something and wow, we're getting lots of response, but we're not getting sales? Well, that's not good. Okay. Sometimes we create the problem. Okay. We want the balance of nice response and nice closing. Sometimes we can create some good offers out there that really get some traffic, but we're just not able to sell them. Well, we have to monitor this so we know what's working, what's not, how do we fix it? So make sure we're tracking performance. Another one of the big mistakes that's made in marketing. And number 7, being unwilling to adapt. This has to change. Things change. Okay? It's one of the reasons we track our numbers is because conditions change. And where you market, some of you folks have been around for a long time. Are you still doing newspaper? Probably not. Are you still doing newspaper? You may not be. You may not be doing television. Okay, maybe all you're doing is online. That's not good either. Flyers work, direct mail works, but don't be unwilling to adapt to things. At the end of the day, the idea is to get results. So take a look at these. There's 7 of them here. It's your common marketing mistakes, because when it comes to marketing, in the big picture of things, you're trying to overcome obscurity. We want everybody to know who you are. And this takes a gigantic push, and it's a gigantic consistent push, month in, month out. You can have the finest salespeople in the world, the finest facility in the world, but unless people are coming in on a regular basis, you're going to struggle. Okay, take a look at these, make these adjustments immediately, to bring your business up to where it needs to be. Folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here today. Hope you all have a great day.